You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real
deal.
Can you tell the people who you are and what city you're coming out of for the people that don't know?
Sure, my name is Jessica Wilkes, aka Momma Rapper. I am from Albany, Georgia, currently holding that #1 spot, and originally from Tampa. I was born and raised in the hills of Zephyr Hills, Florida.
Okay, all right. So how was it growing up in Florida? And before BandLab, did you drop any other kind of music? Or was this just something that you heard about and you just started dropping tracks? Like, how did you discover BandLab? And I know I currently see 2 albums you have released in 2019 and 1 in 2020. How many collabs do you got on the albums? And can you speak about your albums? Like, what tracks mean the most to you? And what songs was your most played on BandLab?
I would have to say I got involved in BandLab because I did a Google search. So I'd been writing my entire life. I've never really messed with music because, for one, I can't read music and I'm off rhythm like a motherfucker. So I really don't. I never envisioned in being in music. But my daughter, I had been writing, and my daughter, as she got older, my daughter's about to be 21, she kept like, Mom, you should share this music. You should share this. You should share this, yada, yada. And I'm like, nah, like, this shit's weird, whatever. Like, it was always very private. The only person that knew that I wrote was actually my child, and the only reason why she knew, because it was actually private even from her, is because the older she got, the more nosy she got. And of course she started reading some of my notebooks and stuff, and she was like, Mom, these are good, you should share these. And I was like, nah. And then I shared 2 of them for domestic violence and stuff like that back in September of 2018. She was like, Mom, you should add a beat to that. Well, I remember watching on the news one day that this guy had made this song out of something off the phone or whatever, and there's always an app for that, right? So I was like, fuck it, there's got to be an app for that. So I went in, found BandLab. Next month I got Artist Spotlight Award, and I've been rocking and rolling ever since. I'd have to say my top played track over in BandLab, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know. I started in BandLab October 17th, 2018, which is also M's birthday. No, that wasn't done on purpose. I did not know it at the time. I actually did not know it up until last year, whenever both I was celebrating my anniversary in BandLab and celebrating M's birthday. And I was like, oh, fuck, this was the way it was supposed to be. But I actually don't know. I have 2. And the only reason why there's 2 albums in BandLab is because after a while I figured out, they need to be organized. So I kind of put them together and whatnot. But I would have to say, I could tell you what my most played track is on SoundCloud, which is Baby Girl, which is the most meaningful song, which is just a long song of just inspirational, motivational things for my child that she can listen to as she gets older and as she progresses through life when things aren't so easy. And basically it's just me brainwashing her to listen to me, because let's be honest, there's going to be a point in time where I'm not going to be here for my child, but I have left her hundreds of songs, hundreds of videos, hundreds of all kinds of crazy shit. And at the end of the day, I popped out 54 tracks last year. Yeah, not all of them are posted or whatnot, but my daughter does have access to everything, all the videos and stuff that I recorded. And my daughter is going to have a lot to be able to watch moving forward in the event that anything ever does happen to me. So really that was kind of what it was all built off of, is really I just do this shit for fun. I do it so that my daughter can remember who I am, who I was whenever I'm not here, and so that she has something that she can listen back to whenever I'm not here to actually speak to her and help her through life. She'll at least have that track and she'll have that music.
Okay, so your daughter starts peeping through your notebooks, seeing you writing out rhymes. She sees you writing about domestic violence, then you go find an app to go make a beat, and a month later you got Artist Spotlight Award. Like, that's crazy. So can you tell us a little bit how that panned out, and do you have currently any music videos out? And also, are all the tracks just made by you solo? You have no collabs?
I actually don't know how that played out. I'm going to be honest. October 17th, I signed up. November, I got an email from BandLab asking me, hey, we want to give you a spotlight award, whatever. And I was like, for what? Like, like it was kind of just weird or whatever, but I am a survivor. I referenced my ex-husband as being very similar to the son of Sam. My ex-husband has mental health issues. I as well suffer from mental health issues. And that might have been brought the spotlight to it is because I wasn't ashamed to discuss it because it's been years. Or because of the fact that I just have a different outlook on things. I'm not quite sure what piqued their interest. But that kind of, I think, is what, it was real. It was raw. I didn't really give a fuck what anybody thought about it. And I think that's what actually got its attention. As far as collabs, I actually have lots of collabs out there. I've got quite a few with Hilarious to Nefarious, King of Gun Hill, Anarcho-Trapitalist, which he's on almost every single one of my tracks because he produces the beats and stuff like that. He is the one that helps me get official tracks completed and posted and distributed and all that other good stuff. And Greg actually knows, which is the anarcho-trapalist, actually knows music theory, knows how to produce music, he knows how to twist knobs, all that other shit. I don't know how to do any of that shit, so he does most of that. So actually most of my tracks are collabs. But I do have 2 release collabs, one with Clint Mitchell with The Land of the Shoals, big shout out to him. I also have a release one with The Circulating Light. I distributed... What Is Ours, which is a collab with J.R. Lyon. Reaper Main asked me to be on one of his tracks, so you've got Bad Bitch by Reaper Main. I have quite a few, and those are all just released tracks, and like I said, I have quite a few unreleased tracks that are in BandLab, like Murder on the Run. There's quite a few demo tracks that were produced, quite a few collabs. Brother for Brother is another released one that has several artists on it, so I actually have quite a few released music that does have actual other artists on it. Across the board.
You're also a writer. So did you start writing out stories, short stories, poems, books? Like, can you give us a little bit of detail? And what are your future plans in 2020? I know you released an album. Do you have any plans or dropping any mixtapes? Are you promoting any singles? What is Momma Rapper doing? Make you plug in all your social media outlets so all the people that are listening right now that can go search and stream your music, plug in YouTube, and can you give us the pros and cons on what you like about BandLab and what you don't like, and what are your advice for any upcoming artists that's planning to come into the music game? What would be your best tips for any upcoming artists?
So yeah, I've always been a writer, but I never had imagined that that would actually turn into a song thing. I have multiple people in my family that can sing and all this other stuff. I have a cousin that was on The Voice. My brother, he's a published artist in Canada, whatnot. But me, I've never been involved in it. And these are all country singers, right? I come from a small town, and most people that I associate with, they're all they listen to country, they play country, whatnot. I was always the standout one, even at a young age. Like I can remember, I had a big ass boombox, and I would be listening to Regulator by Warren G, and my dad would be like, turn that shit down, put your headphones on. And I'm addicted to headphones. That's probably why, because even as a young child, now my parents never told me I couldn't listen to the music. They just didn't want to hear it. And that's pretty much how they let me be who I was, but in the privacy of my own room. You know what I'm saying? So it was I never imagined that one day I'd be writing rap music. I was always just a writer, and it was always a very private thing. So I never even imagined sharing this shit with anybody. But my daughter, I think she's seen something in it. She's young, she thinks I'm funny as fuck, so she's always like, Mom, you should have your own TV show, you should have this and that and the other. The shit that we've been through, we have just a different spin on life. We have a different aura about life. We appreciate life, and we appreciate each other, but we also value the pain that we go through in life. And I think that's what makes us strong, and I think that's what makes us and sets us apart from other people. As far as social networks, you can just Google me. I'm an official artist. I was born in the lab, but since in the lab, I am now an official artist. You can find my music streaming on iHeart, Pandora, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You can find me anywhere, all at Momma Rapper. You can even just Google Momma Rapper and a knowledge panel comes up. All that shit, like I said, that just happened by accident. All of this stuff. Yes, I push my music. Now, I'm not saying that I don't put the effort into it, because I do. I take my poems, I take my work, and I hunker down and I push my music, and I show a lot of love and stuff like that. But not in a million years did I ever think that like Momma Rapper was actually going to be a thing. You know what I mean? And now it's a music label, it's a brand. I have Momma Rapper merchandise coming out this year, which is just, it blows my mind. It definitely has increased, the value of I Smell Kicks and Candy, which is my home bath essential business. For most people that don't know, I don't actually have a job. I have CPTSD and I have gastroparesis, so I actually don't work anymore. I make bath bombs and I make soaps at home, and you can find all that at ismellkicksandcandy.com. And you can also find it on Etsy, you can find it on Facebook, but that's pretty much what I do. I make music, listen to music, I have live shows, I make bath bombs and soaps to make money. That's pretty much what that is what Momma Rapper is. That is what encompasses all that is me. And as far as best advice for people on BandLab, if you're new, man, don't listen to the bullshit people are going to tell you. Like, if you're different, people are going to tell you to stop, right? If you're unique, if you don't look the same, if what's coming out your mouth might not sound the same as everybody else, that's okay, because that's what's unique about you. And that might be what gets you seen. And I speak from experience, because if I would have listened to other people, if I would have critiqued myself the way that other people wanted me to critique, if I would have changed like what my music was for other people, it wouldn't be what it is today. So my best advice for people is to grow your art on your own. Practice makes perfect. Put in the work, show some love, be nice, be kind, and remember that music is art. It is a beautiful source of healing for everybody, anybody that makes music. That's what we're doing it for, right? Is so that people can heal it, so that we help others heal while we're healing, right? That is the purpose of music. So I think that is like the base of the music, so I feel like everybody has a voice that needs to be heard. I think that even the most unique and the most different, and even if it's raw, unpolished, I think it could be perfect if it's just presented. Sometimes people are just scared to present it. I beg for people's music on my live show sometimes, and I want to hear that bathroom made music like I used to make. I want to hear that shit that's soulful, that stuff that is real, it's raw, it's not falsified by glamour, it is real. It's not somebody talking about, they got bags of money whenever they sit in without their, electric on and shit. I want to hear the soulful shit. I want to hear about the struggle. I want to hear about your hustle. I want to hear how you came out of it, and that is what makes music wholesome. And I think that's what makes my music wholesome, and I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I definitely appreciate everybody that's given my music a chance, and I definitely appreciate all the artists that I've come in contact. And again, you can find me on any outlet under Jessica Wilkes or Momma Rapper.